Appreciate y'all coming back, tuning into the episode. You know what I'm saying? It's me, the host, Miles Stacks. We got co-host, Buku. Got him finally on camera, you know what I'm saying? We shooting this on the 4th of July week. 4th of July was yesterday. Did you have any plans with that? Did you do anything yesterday to celebrate? You know, people get hyped about America's holiday.
Man, listen, I don't even care about all that. I was just glad to be around my friends and stuff, you know. Hooped a little bit. First time I hooped since the last time we was out there.
Right.
You know, had a good time, had some good food, you feel me, with my Caribbean brothers and stuff like that.
Yeah. How's the food, man? You got the rice? You got some rice?
Nah, we didn't have the rice, but they had this. No, listen.
Smacking,
no,
bro.
but listen, he had this
this
chicken, bro. Bro, this chicken was, man, I was like, I'd do some illegal stuff for this chicken. I'll run down on somebody for this chicken. That joint was crazy, bro.
Yo, nah, that's crazy, bro. Want some chicken? Was it like jerk chicken or like?
Nah, it wasn't jerk chicken, but it was like this like different type of barbecue sauce. Whatever they had.
And you said it was a Caribbean style type?
Yeah, and then they had some corn and stuff like that.
Was the mac and cheese good?
They didn't have all that. It was real because it was last minute.
Yeah.
So they didn't have everything.
Oh, everything, right.
So
it wasn't like a plan cookout.
Yeah,
it was like get together type stuff.
Yeah, it was.
Those be the best type. Those be the best type things though.
So we had a real good time and stuff like that. So I mean, shout out my man Omar. Shout out my man Chris. Shout out my man Dom.
Yeah, shout out them fellas, man. Well, I'm glad you got together with some friends. I think it's always good to celebrate, holidays outside the house a little bit. Like you mentioned, like for me, I went out with, Cam to the park. And I'm taking him to the basketball courts, got some shots up, got a little practice in. So I didn't really do too much with going out to see family yesterday. More so
fireworks?
Nah, the fireworks, they had them right here, like loudest. It's literally loud as shit. Like,
yeah, no, I got you.
Pow, pow. I'm like, oh, no, damn. I'm like, is thunder outside? It was supposed to rain at like 7 or 8, you feel me? But nah, they had fireworks. Somebody did like literally right across the street, and there was another fireworks right behind us. So,
that's cool though.
Yeah,
I mean, minus the noise. That's pretty.
Oh,
cool
yeah. But after that, the noise is cool. I just didn't expect them to. I didn't know. This is my first time celebrating. Because usually, like where we out here, they usually be chilling when it come to fireworks.
Or it'd be out the way,
type stuff. Like in the woods area type stuff. So I wasn't really used to it being in the neighborhood. But it was cool, like, because Cam got to come out to the window and just look out at the window and see him. I'm like, you want to go outside? He's like, nah. I already know he's sensitive to the noise stuff.
I don't blame him. I used to be terrified.
Like loud noises. He'd be like, I don't know. I ain't never really experienced that before, so.
Bro, I just know the war vets, bro. I feel they pain as a kid,
man, PTSD on that
bro.
joint.
First time I went to see.
That brother going down.
First time I heard fireworks as a kid, because I don't know if they still do it. They used to do it at UD. Oh, New York. Because my mom she worked for the city of Newark back then. We went out there. I heard the first boss. Oh, bro! I said the whole time like this, bro.
Right.
I was scared.
Yeah, the fireworks is always nice. I mean, usually, since July 4th fell on a Thursday this year, on this weekend they're gonna have a lot of stuff out there. So they got a lot of events coming up. And they got this interesting thing, like this bouncy house thing.
I seen it.
I'm gonna take them there this weekend just because, like, just to get out.
It'd be nice,
do a little something with the
fun.
sun.
Like it is a fun experience, especially for a kid. Even like, not even for kids. Like if you have a girl, that'd be a nice little experience,
Well, taking a girl to a moon bounce festival.
It's not. I passed it. It's not like just a moon bounce.
It's a real big.
It's like basically a course. So it's like, you could do like a little fun date.
Another thing too, actually, it's a fun date idea. Thrills out KOP. Look that up. After this, I'll show you. But Thrills out KOP. It's like you ever been to Urban Air or like Sky Zone?
I've never been to Sky Zone. Like never been inside. But
you've never been in. Bro, you gotta go inside. You gotta go inside.
But like I don't even leave the house like that. You know that.
Yeah, you gotta go inside Sky Zone, bro. But Sky Zone is like a trampoline park, basically.
Yeah.
But Thrills is basically like a more adult version of that. Because Sky Zone and Urban Air is really made for kids. Thrills is like made for the adults. It got a kid zone, but it's like a full out like obstacle course for adults, bro. It's fire.
I got you.
So yeah, that's a nice joint you want if you're looking into something like that.
All right,
you know what I'm saying? Starting there.
Thrills.
Right.
I remember that.
Now, that's good to catch up with you, bro. But we'll get it started into our topics for today. You know what I'm saying? This is the big week of NBA free agency, which tipped off this past Sunday at 6 p.m. What's one of your, most surprising signing for you this offseason so far? Or if you had the most surprising storyline, where you want to touch at with that? No Diddy. I had to
you called me off guard.
I had to put that in there.
For me,
I put that in there.
For me, it was like, all right, looking at especially like the Celtics, it's like, whoa, y'all giving like record breaking contracts right now. I don't granted, it's good for them, and mind you, it makes them. I feel like it will make them even more hungry to win. Mm-hmm. And like all these other people like Clay going to the Mavs. I felt like that should have happened a little bit sooner. Mm. I think
he didn't want to leave Golden State though.
Yeah, he didn't. That's but like I think it should have happened sooner. Yeah. What else happened? I want to ask you how you feel about like the Lakers situation, because like LeBron didn't take so much money, and I guess he thought people were coming to LA, and like everybody like nah. Yeah. And the Paul George John.
Paul George. I mean, we could start with that. The Paul George move is a franchise move for the Sixers. Like that's like literally it's championship or bust for them. But again, they signed fantastic pieces to fill the role. They they re-signed Kelly Oubre with them. Yeah. They brought in Andre Drummond. Yeah. Bringing in Paul George. So they have really a championship roster. And I think it gives Embiid, now you can monitor Embiid's play. Like you don't have to play him. The 75. It's 65 games to make to be eligible for like All NBA. You know, those type thing awards. So as long as Embiid can play 65 games or more, I think the Sixers should be, top 2 in the East next year. They should honestly probably should be the favorites. You mentioned the Celtics re-signing a lot of their players back, but they re-signed their whole roster back. They have everybody on the contract for at least the next 2 years, which is crazy because you talk about the Lakers situation too, with Bron trying to take less money at first. They didn't really have a lot of wiggle room to really make those moves. So they couldn't offer like a max contract slot, like how the Sixers were able to offer Paul George that 4-year, $212. You feel me? The Lakers can only offer somebody like $20 to $25 million. So with Bron, it was like he was waiting, but you don't want to wait too long, and they don't make no moves, and now you sitting here with no contract. And that's why I want to shout out Rich Paul for the most. I don't know if you've seen, but Rich Paul, honestly, he might be the best agent in the NBA. Yeah. He is trying to venture off to other sports, but just because, like,
I think he would be really good in football.
He will, because he will get people more guaranteed money. That's what they be missing in the football contracts. You feel me? Like, the big number everybody see, they signed 5 years, $270 million.
Yeah, granted, if you don't play, now all of that's guaranteed.
Right, after like year 3 or something, the next 2 years can be voided, and NFL know how they do it, how to sub their contracts. But I wanted to shout out Rich Paul because him getting Bron and Max deal at going to 40 years old is a big thing.
Insane.
Yeah, he getting 52 a year at 30. He gonna be 40 and 41 during those contract years. So, but it's not mistaken that Bron. I said Bron should take a pay cut to get a star, but since they weren't able to get a star, I do understand why. You know what I'm saying? He took the full contract, but also seeing that. We now know the Lakers aren't winning the championship next year. So I think it's safe to say these next couple of years is really to build memories with him and Bronny. So me as a fan of the game, I'm just going to watch Lakers games.
Just because it's going to be different.
It's going to be different, and we'll have an opportunity to see Bronny grow as an NBA player because, being in college, you're stuck in a system. Yeah. Being in the NBA, I don't know, everybody's saying it's easier to score. I mean, they play defense in the league, don't get me wrong, because people definitely going to want to lock up you being LeBron's son. But I think the opportunity will be there for him to get, fast break dunks, play the transition, play the lanes, you know what I'm saying? Cut off ball. And he's going to have a lot of open shots. Same with Dalton Connect, their first round pick. They're going to have open shots. I think
that was a great pick.
Yeah, they're going to have, I seen Theo Pinson, he came out and tried to say that Dalton Connect would actually be, even though Theo Pinson, he's a former NBA player, and he played at, I believe at, I want to say North Carolina, if I'm not mistaken. But
one of North Carolina.
Yeah, either North Carolina or Duke. It's one of them. Or it could have been somewhere else. But he was a good college player and a good NBA player. But he's saying that Dalton Connect could actually be the best player in the draft. I'm not going that far to say that.
I mean,
but he's talented. The only reason why, because SEC Player of the Years, like we drafted Grant as the Celtics. We drafted Grant Williams the year after he won the SEC Player of the Year, and we see what Grant Williams is in NBA. He's a role player, so.
But like some people know how to play in the system. Some people know how to have it translate. Like, granted, like he won SEC Player of the Year. Yeah. But like, if you seen with Dalton Connect, like he was Tennessee.
Yeah, facts. Yeah, he's way better than Grant Williams was in college too.
Feel me? Like
can't really compare them.
He was Tennessee. Like when people think about Tennessee this past year, it's like, all right, if it's off night, Tennessee's gonna lose.
Nah, that's facts.
So like,
especially in the tournament.
Like, the reason why I say that, like, I was looking at all the other players and I was looking at their stat lines, and I'm like, yeah, granted, like there's people who average like less than 5 points who get drafted first round, and it pans out. But it's just like I'm looking at a lot of them. I'm like, who? Like,
yeah, the French, especially the French. I think it was 6 in the top 10.
Yes,
like it was something crazy.
It was this year. This year was like I guess it was big on like foreign, and they were drafting a lot of people who didn't nurse. I forgot his name. He has the braids.
Alexander Sarr.
Nah, he got drafted to the He got drafted to San Antonio. They traded him. Then they
traded him Rob Dillingham.
Yeah, I think he'd be good, but like you feel me? Like there's a lot of situations like Rob Dillingham where they're drafting people who didn't go to college but like played.
And
you feel me?
But and it's crazy because Kentucky had 2 top 10 picks.
Yeah,
and you know that DJ Wagner, he transferred to Arkansas now, but DJ Wagner going into last year was the number 2 player in college, so he was on Kentucky as well.
Yeah,
Reed Shepard, who was the 3rd overall pick, and Rob Dillingham, who was the 8th overall pick, came off the bench last year for Kentucky, bro.
Yeah.
He didn't even start. And you have the best player sitting in front of them. He didn't even go into the draft because he didn't play as well as they did. So that they kind of took, his stardom because, he has to transfer out there now to kind of build his own reputation back up to be a high draft pick. But I was just saying that to say that, the Spurs, them trading that pick to the Timberwolves, it was a great move for the Timberwolves to get Rob Dillingham because you have a Mike Conley who's their veteran point guard, but now you pair Anthony Edwards with somebody who's an explosive point guard, and he could defend, he could shoot, he could do really everything out there, and he's actually a point guard. So it's like you just set them up for the future. I don't think the Spurs really looked at that, but I did see as well the Spurs have they kind of did the OKC move.
I think the Spurs picking up Chris Paul just to like you feel me. You got a point guard, like the point guard.
He's gonna average like 10 assists.
You're gonna get Wemby the ball. Like you're gonna have Wemby. Like you're gonna set Wemby up for a lot of different things.
Mm-hmm.
So I believe like with Chris Paul's IQ, with Wemby's talent, it's gonna help him develop even more, like quicker.
Yeah,
I know like what Chris Paul might have maybe 1 or 2 more years.
Yeah, definitely 1 or 2 more years. But I wanted to see, I like somebody like that. You want him to win a ring.
Yeah.
And when they go to certain, I'm not saying that the Spurs is a bad move because they gave him $11 million. It's a great move as far as like
as a vet too.
You can go in there as a vet, kind of like OKC year, but he was with Shea SGA for that 1 year.
And you see what he did after that.
And he took that team to the playoffs, and it was like a great, career look for him. So with this Spurs team, I mean, the way Wemby's playing right now, because they started playing a little bit of the Olympic qualifiers, bro, he caught a oop the other day, reversed it. Hey, I was like,
yeah.
So he's looking even more like even better than he was showcasing last year, which is crazy to say because that's the scary part. That honestly, Wemby was a rookie last year. I think a lot of us, we don't forget it, but
he seems pretty focused from like what I've seen. He seems pretty focused off court as well.
Oh yeah, for sure. But somebody like that is
that's why I'm saying
they have you like on an itinerary for everything.
And he does. I seen another thing I was watching. He does a lot of stuff to prevent injuries because he's so tall,
flexible.
He does flexibility. He does like plyometrics to help like
the Pilates shit, right?
The impact and stuff. Yo, if he stays like that, he could be really, really something special. Something we've seen it before, but
not at this level.
Not at this level.
It could reach a level where
only reason why it didn't get to that level because like what Shaq said, Bobo's just lazy.
I mean, I honestly,
because it's like they like the same type of build. Like they got the same bag, but Wemby wants it more.
And when Wemby gets on the court, he's aggressive.
Yes.
You feel me?
And Bobo is just like if Bobo is just like
I can't say Bobo don't look for a shot, but the opportunity wasn't given to Bobo. Remember, Bobo came in. He started with the Nuggets, bro. So he started with the Nuggets when if Jokic is, I think Bobo been in the league for like between 3 to 5 years. You feel me? So. Think about it, that's when Jokic really started taking over in Denver. He wasn't able to crack the rotation in Denver. He's been traded a couple of different places. I don't think he's gotten an opportunity to go out there. Yo, I'm gonna give you 30 minutes a night because that's what we got last year. I'm gonna give you 30 minutes a night, and you don't have any restrictions on the offensive end, and you can roam defensively. Like,
I got you.
I don't think Bobo's ever given an opportunity.
We don't see what happens in practice.
Oh no, for sure.
So we don't know. Like if, bro,
it's separation. It's a separation of talent for sure.
With his talent is there. It's just like we don't know if he works. So we don't see
that's also true.
That's the only thing.
I mean, but somebody like Porzingis, if he didn't have injuries, I think and people forget that Porzingis averages 20. You feel me? So he's 20 to 22 points. He averaged 18 last year.
I'm glad he got a ring with them.
Yeah, it's like third, fourth option. So I think this finals is just showing people that y'all be forgetting that Porzingis is really that boy. He was called the unicorn for a reason.
Yeah, bro.
Because when he came into the league, he was all like,
It was until he, exactly. Everybody's like, who's Zingus Pingus?
Yeah, Pingus.
But until he tore his ACL that one year. Everybody was like, oh nah. And then when he came back, he was like,
He started shooting more.
Yeah.
He's attacked the run. He's attacked the run, but he's attacked the run like crazy.
Draw.
Yeah, he used to go crazy. So if he had Wemby's like pregame routine with the stretching and everything,
he would have probably been good.
He probably been because that plays it like that's how you know
huge thing.
Who shout out to Wemby's parents, shout out to his trainers from France, like their staff in France, because Americans you could clearly see they don't have that same I don't even know what you really want to call it, but that same regimen as far as like just taking care of your body. It's not you have certain players like
it depends.
LeBron.
It depends on who you are, because like I seen like bro. What only person I can think of who had like a crazy regimen, like I don't know him personally, but like I seen DeAndre Swift at one of the rival camps I went to. His dad.
That's football.
No, but like it's still the same thing. Like
his dad's a trainer too.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm saying preventative stuff. Like you're saying, you don't really see it in America. Mm-hmm. You do have those certain kids. Certain kids it pans out. Certain kids it doesn't. Yeah. But I seen what DeAndre Swift, like what his dad was doing, was like, it was a rivals camp. Why he doing all that? Yeah. But you see where he at now compared to like where everybody else.
He's dealt with, a little bit of injury bug here and there in the NFL. But when he's on the field,
yes,
I think he might be the biggest. He went to Chicago. I think he might be one of the. For every time NFL off seasons, he might be the most underrated pickup because that field's going to be spread out with the receivers they got there, and got Caleb Williams now.
Just that whole. I just hope Caleb Williams. We're gonna get to that another time, but I just hope he don't like.
Yeah, that's what you gotta say about Caleb. What you?
No, I want him to do good. I just don't want him to like, cause it was like just towards the end of USC, it was just like, bro, what are you doing?
It's you trying to live up to the hype. We've seen that a lot with a lot of Heisman winners, and they come back. It's like you try to do even more because you want that second Heisman, or you like, oh, I got my Heisman, I want a national championship. Like I'm gonna be the number one pick. I got to do everything.
I can understand the national championship thing because, bro, think about how fulfilling that got to be.
Yeah, that's a crazy accomplishment.
Like, granted, like, think about the teams who, like, I went to Virginia when they won the Belt Bowl against University of South Carolina. You know how fulfilling that was after the past years of barely going 500 or going 2-10 or going 3 bro. That is fulfilling, bro. Yeah. That's why. I can understand, like, if you are a contender and you know that you have a shot to be in the top 4 every year, I can see why people go back.
Yeah.
But then again, there's some people at certain schools is like, bro, like, go to the league. You're projected to be top 15.
So you think, I'm going to ask you this thing. Do you think it's harder to win a championship in college or harder to win a championship in the pros?
Way harder in college.
Way harder in college?
Just the simple fact that, like, bro, there's a lot of different random things that go into play. Mm-hmm. Like, granted, like, I remember the one year I seen it because somebody won like $10 million off of betting. It was a crazy number. Texas A&M, who wasn't that good that year, beat Bama.
Oh, I lost that parlay that year.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, they won on the field goal.
It was a crazy. I know exactly what you're talking about.
That's trauma right there.
It's like wild stuff like that.
Yeah, that's trauma right there, bro.
And then like home and away stuff that plays a huge fact. Like if you have a great crowd, that plays a huge like factor. Another thing is you never grades, bro.
True. Okay. So speak on that for the people that don't
and stuff like that.
Yeah. So you're basically saying that some kids become ineligible.
Ineligible. Different suspensions of like different things. Misconduct off the field, whether that's like DUIs or like you feel me.
Do they have like violations as far as like missing curfew? Like do they still do those type things?
So they have
certain universities have those, right?
No, I believe I'm pretty sure
infractions.
The two schools I went to, like all right, so you go to game night. Or whatever, like when the night before the game, like y'all travel or whatever, wherever you're at, you have a curfew. If you're like not in your room, say you're in your teammate's room, you could get in trouble, bro. You might not play the next day.
Okay.
So like it's a whole bunch of stuff.
That's them doing like attendance,
the night check. Make sure you're not doing nothing.
I think niggas like in prison type shit. Nah, I'm playing, bro.
No, but it makes sense because
I've heard the correlation between like college sports and prison. I'm like
low key, but I think that's smart because, bro, you got some wild bulls.
You got to keep some people in check for
some people. You know, you got your straight edge dudes who gonna be like, they're in there, they knock on the door, you open it. He got his notebook in his hand, he writing down what he about to do tomorrow, and then you got the young boys who be like, I'm about to call Shorty. I just matched with her on Tinder. I'm about to slide. You feel me?
No, we don't go on Tinder.
No, I'm trying to tell you.
Shoot the DM on IG.
No, bro.
He said no. Tinder's where it's at.
No. I'm telling you. I'm telling you from experience of what I've seen.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, wow, we're about to play a game. They're like, bro, I'm trying. Look, we in a different city right now. I'm never gonna see her again. I'm like, damn, yo, wow.
Nah, I mean, that's if they say having in Vegas, stay in Vegas type stuff.
But that's why I say, and as a whole, it is harder because there's so much factors when it comes to college, and then on top of that, you have there's like 125, like what 120, 125 Division I teams.
There's like one. Yeah, between FCS, FBS is like 120.
No, just FBS. Period.
FBS is 120. Yeah, 125.
Just period.
I think it's 130 now. Because they done added some more teams from the Sun Belt.
And then FCS winning the championship, even harder.
Yeah, but y'all have a FCS is a 25 team.
It's like a crazy play. Yeah, it's like
your bracket is way different.
The bracket is crazy.
Like
the reason why it's so hard for FCS compared to FBS, because FBS, you're going to get your every year SEC, ACC, Big Ten, or maybe Pac-12.
Nah, no more Pac-12 is done.
But yeah, they're cooked.
Nah, I'm being serious. That's over now. Remember, because
they're cooked. Yeah, all the
USC's in the Big Ten. They about to get.
And then what's the call just left too?
Come on,
what's
OSU.
the call's in the Big 12 now?
Ohio.
What's the call's in the Big 12 now? Colorado's in the Big 12. Then somebody else left. They
all left, but Oregon. I think Oregon and USC is in the Big 10 now.
Yeah, they left. That's why. Yeah, Oregon. And I think what's the call might leave too.
Some other teams.
I think Washington might leave too.
Yeah, I don't think some other teams are probably still like in negotiations with certain schools, but like the big programs in the Pac-12, they dip. And that's the, what do they call him? Not the commissioner. What are they? The chairman, I guess.
Yeah.
Of the
chairman.
The chairman of the conference. That's on them. They didn't really sign the best media contracts and stuff like that. And that was like predicted like 5-10 years ago when they started doing like releasing media rights deals.
Bro, I didn't think it was real. And then I seen what's the call might go to the SEC too. I seen this and I thought I was tripping. It said like UNC, Virginia, and like Clemson.
Yeah, so the SEC is really in play to really get all the major schools, which is they're kind of creating like a super conference because they are trying to like knock out the Big Ten and the ACC, John. But ACC itself, it is like you said. I think ACC may not be around in 10, 15 years, but they may as well. So, it may be a 2-conference thing in college, bro.
This is what I think is going to happen. ACC is going to stay around. Those like mid majors who are doing really good, who want to win, they'll go to the ACC. Like in a few years, I can see James Madison being an ACC.
Yeah, Coastal Carolina.
They've been doing really good. Yeah, Coastal Carolina been doing really good, and then that's when you're going to start seeing them get them 3 and 4 and 5 stars. You feel me?
That's what you need, that label. You need that. You need that conference. You need that label.
SEC is going to be SEC. Big Ten's going to be Big Ten. Like, bro, those are the tallest, strongest, fastest players in all of the ACC's up there too. But like the reason why ACC get knocked off is like it'll be one year that Coastal is really good, like the Coastal Conference of the ACC is really good, and then the next year, Atlantic is really bad, and then it'd be Atlantic is really good, and then Coastal be really bad. That's the thing. That's the downside. But like if you go to the Big Ten, West really good, East really good. Same thing.
It's the West is because they're split. I don't like the way the Big Ten is split, and I'm glad. I hope they put USC and Oregon in Iowa's side of the bracket.
But even then, I still think that side's good because look, like, bro, whenever they play anybody else not in their league, they dominate.
I get that. But you have like Ohio State, Penn State, Michigan all in the same division.
Yeah.
The opposite side, like you are talking about,
Iowa.
It's just Iowa and
Minnesota.
And like I don't like because we know when the Big Ten championship game comes, it's either Penn State, Michigan, or Ohio State versus whoever. They're going to win that. Iowa. You feel me? I'm saying if you put USC and Oregon in that side of it, we at least can expect fireworks in the Big Ten championship because the Big Ten championship, you win that is an automatic bid into the college play, especially with it's 12 team now.
Yeah,
or 8.
I don't know. I gotta look again. But I seen they were working on it, but I didn't know if it went through yet.
It went through. This starts this year. I think it might be 12 team.
For I think they should do 16.
They eventually probably gonna get to 16, but they definitely gonna do 12 because it's definitely 12 because Colorado has a chance of. I don't want to say a chance of making it because I don't know if you've seen they had like a lot of like transfer rumors.
I think they'll be fine with making a bowl game this year.
Yeah, you gotta take baby steps
because it's just a simple fact that like, bro, I feel like there's too much commotion that goes along with it. Some people don't understand, like, bro, with Deion, you can see that he actually has a good heart, but like some people don't understand, like, in today's age, bro, like the stuff that he's doing, like the videos that I see, like the workouts and stuff, bro, I've done way worse. It's just like, bro, if you can't have the discipline to do these type of workouts, bro, like...
I don't even think it's the workouts that's bad. I think it's more so like, all right.
And he keeps it real with you.
He keeps it real with you, but... And this is the conversation, we was getting into where it's huge around Bronny as far as nepotism. You can... And granted, Shiloh and Shador are... To me, they're actually ballers.
Yes.
They're NFL players. Like, they're not, because their dad made or anything like that. But say if... I mean, I seen the videos. He gets on, both of them. Yo, make sure you do this.
He be on Shiloh all the time. He be on him crazy.
He can have favoritism towards not them, but like a Travis Hunter.
Yeah,
you feel me? So that's somebody who's obviously number one overall pick and projected number one overall pick for his upcoming draft.
Crazy too as a corner. But I seen that they love him as a receiver.
Either way, he should be top 5 pick for sure, depending on what position he goes in as. But he's a top 5 pick talent, right? For sure. It's not necessarily that he works harder than everybody else on the field. You feel me? He's well conditioned. You can't play 120 snaps in college and not be well conditioned.
Both sides. Yeah, it's crazy. I don't think
and making plays. Impact plays
in big times of the game too. Like it's not like he just made a big play in the first and second or third quarter. Like it's coming down to the wire. He's still up there. You feel me?
So I don't think it's necessary. The culture that Deion is building is a winning culture, right?
Yes.
What happens is that. He had Dylan Edwards, who was a kid that he coached when he was in like youth football, brought him in last year as a freshman. He left this past transfer portal because Deion Sanders wound up getting another running back. I want to say he's from Ohio State, but
I think he was.
He's from Ohio State. Okay, so he big back. Yeah, so he got like a 5-star running back now to transfer there. I think with Deion having so much success in the transfer portal, if you're like Cormani McLean wound up leaving Colorado and going to Florida now.
I heard a lot about him though.
But his is more like work ethic stuff.
He's like that, but they like from everybody, not even just coaches. Everybody say he's lazy.
Right, and you had Amarion Cooper who came from Florida State, Colorado last year. Now he transferred back to Florida State. Like I say, because Deion is getting so much talent coming in now. I think as a player, like in these are like for all the kids in college football. I think they just see the big picture sometimes. And it's like, if I'm not starting, but you can't have the mentality in college football, which is I want to send his message out and I'll let you respond as well. I don't think you should have that mindset if somebody is more talented over you because college football is, we being honest.
You need one good year.
That's
what I was going to say.
And if it's your sophomore, junior year, you could set yourself up to be drafted.
Look at Bama. You think like you barely see anybody from Bama hit the portal unless it's like they're like
now they did because Nick Saban left.
But I can understand that. But like, all right, you got Nick Saban, right? Think about it this way: unless it's something like an Alvin Kamara situation.
Yeah, that's what I'm running back.
That's 7 crazy. Deep. That's crazy.
Yeah, 7 deep.
They got 7 players who like basically all ended up in the NFL. That's crazy. So like now, if you look at everybody, Reuben Foster didn't really start until he was a junior.
Kickoff, bro.
But he was laying people out. Then you got a whole bunch of people, receivers like the Jalen Waddles and Devontae Smith. Like they didn't have a major role coming in. Sophomore year they see a little bit more, and in junior year they go crazy. They have like really one in like Don't get me wrong; their numbers compared to everybody else in the college football league is crazy. Even as a sophomore, even though they're not playing as many snaps, but they have that junior year that goes insane, and it's just like either you can come back for one more year, or you can just be like, I'm out.
Right.
That's what a lot of kids is not understanding this time. Same thing with Ohio State. Same thing with Michigan. There's some people who be like, yo, who's this? He gonna be good in a few years. They're like, oh, this is senior year. He did so good his senior year. He shows that he's ready. But a lot of these kids now thinking, oh, I was a 5-star in high school and like I'm the best of the best. And then you get to college and you're not starting. Oh, I want to transfer.
Yeah. So we speaking on that, like as far as the transfer portal, something really big came out in these last couple of weeks with college, the Division I sports not testing for marijuana anymore. So do you think that's going to play a big part in kids staying focused off the field? Because if we being honest, like if you smoke weed, there's nothing wrong with it because you could be productive and focus and everything like that. I feel as personally, especially when it comes to football players, I can't speak on every sport, but if you don't have to like take prescription drugs to not feel pain, I can understand you smoking, but at the same time, as someone who does smoke weed, you have to have that ample time. At that point in time in college, I think you should be working, like you should be, instead of rolling up, have someone else roll up for you. You want to smoke, whatever the case may be. But don't take those hours out of your day to do it. I think those hours should be put into your craft. Yeah. That's why I think the message has to be to these athletes, don't overuse cannabis because it can I have seen it. Sticky road. Yeah, I have seen it deter people from their goals. Like, oh, I want to do this, I want to do that. But I'm going to take an hour or 2 hours out of my day to smoke, chill with some friends and do that. There's nothing wrong with doing that here and there. But if you're doing that every day, now you're missing, like, you got practice at 5 a.m. Now you got, classes, practice, study hall, boom. You're going to be missing one of those things to partake in those activities. Or you're going to be staying up later than your bedtime. If you go to bed at 11 or 12, now you're going to bed at 1 or 2 probably because you're trying to, like I say, get your high in and shit like that. Or you're just going to be doing other things where you could be perfecting your craft. The professionals that smoke weed, they perfect their craft still. They made them, and they're not out there with them smoking.
And
weed.
they don't have to worry about class and all this other stuff. And you feel me?
Yeah. So I just want to know what you think about the NCAA legalizing it.
As somebody who played college football, like so already, like during the regular season, if NCAA came and they tested you, if weed popped up, you wouldn't get in trouble. I never understood why, like when it came to playoffs, it's like, oh, we got weed in the system, like let's suspend them or whatever. I never understood that, but me personally, the reason why at first I was like, nah, that's kind of wild. But then I thought about it. I was like, it's not wild because some people do it just for the pain. Yeah. And some people, they do it because like,
just do it.
They just do it. You feel me? A lot of people don't understand. A lot of different schools, they also drug test anyway. So they have their own regulations and like jurisdictions on what happens if weed pops up in the test. Yeah. So Granted, you take an NCAA test and you're negative, you're cool. But like if you get a drug school test, you're positive on me. You get a school drug test and it pops up as positive. They have different things. I remember, I think what UD was like. First, it was like 1 game, and then it went to like 6 games, and then it was like a year or something. So, and you would have like 4 strikes type of thing.
The school has different. Each university has different policies towards it. So with it being legal now, do you think schools will be like more like less concerned with that?
I think they will. Do you think
they will still have during the season? They may have some restrictions on it.
I think that some schools like the bigger schools they will be, but then you got to remember there's schools like like BYU, I know, like, our prime example, BYU, they're a Mormon school. If you do any drugs or anything, you drink alcohol, you're getting kicked out of the university.
You can't have sex there either, right?
No.
You're not supposed to, right?
You can't, you'll get kicked out of the university.
Why would you go to BYU? And I understand, they have talent there too, but
they do, but the thing is, like,
3 years, know what I mean?
Out there, there's a lot of, like,
Utah.
There's
Utah,
actual
right?
Mormon players who are, like, really good. And they're like, Daniel Sorensen, he played for the Chiefs. Like
49.
Yeah. And then he was like that.
He was all right, bro.
No, he was like when he was with the Chiefs. He was
he was tough, but he had some players where I was like, bro, what is you doing?
But what's the name? Hill, quarterback.
Taysom Hill.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the one kid from Duke who got drafted, Filipowski.
Okay, yeah.
I don't know if you heard his story.
Yeah, chill. That's different. I heard his story. Crazy. It's crazy. But
that's great. Nah,
so schools like that, Liberty is a Christian school. I know if it's low key the same thing.
TCU.
Like,
what is TCU? They're
I don't know how their thing is exactly.
I know they got Christian in their name.
TCU and SMU, Southern Methodist. Yeah. So like you still have those schools who are like they probably
Catholic shit.
To an extent.
They
gotta
be to an extent. You got South Bend, Indiana. There's some stuff going on out there.
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
It's like probably like Sally's. You think about it. Yeah. Like if Sally's and I think their sister school, Padua, if like they just came together and they had a big school. Yeah. It's probably like that.
That's what my whole thing is like. I think that's why I'm like, I love that they legalized it as far as like the testing period or whatever. Cause I know like as a college track athlete, I had track teammates who smoked weed. So it was kind of like, we didn't really get tested like that in college. I'm not sure if my teammates got tested or whatever, but I know. And I think it was under, like you said, school, because I think the coach had to suspect you either being high or like being drunk or something like that.
Bro.
I was just confused. I was like, I didn't know if he ran track and smoked weed. That was like redundant to me. It's kind of like, I don't understand that.
Do you know how many times I got drug tested when I first came to UD?
To UD?
Yes.
Well, I think it's different at DSU from UD.
No, I know. But I got drug tested. So, all right, this is how it worked. When I was at UVA, I got drug tested 6 weeks in a row. Damn. And then, but after that,
they random or
that was random. Because I didn't even go. No, I didn't even party anything. I just sat in my room. That was random. After like a month of me not getting drug tested, I was like, man, I'm about to go out and have fun. Like I would go to parties and stuff. But like I was never the one to like smoke type time. Yeah. But at UVA, if you were under 21 and you drink, you're getting in big trouble.
Oh, for real? Oh, he's under drinking.
Yeah, but we had Mendenhall. We had Mendenhall who came from BYU, so he was imposing that stuff. He couldn't kick you out.
Oh, the coach.
Yes.
I did something about Rashad Mendenhall.
No, Bronco.
Yeah, I know.
So he came from UVA. I mean, he came from BYU to UVA. A lot of the stuff he imposed, but like he couldn't kick you out. So that's what I'm saying, bro.
That's a whole different lifestyle.
Depending on who you have, like they're still going to impose. Some
he had like a Mormon lifestyle.
Yeah. So every coach there was Mormon except for
our Hawaiian bull. He was Mormon?
Yeah, Big Vic, yeah. The D-line coach, yeah.
No, their head coach. Tell
Oh, you talking about BYU?
BYU, yeah.
A lot of them are, yeah.
Okay, I don't know what a Mormon is, bro. I ain't gonna. Is it a Christian thing or like is it its own religion?
It's like a sect of like that, I guess, like a
cult,
like a subsector.
A cult.
It's a subsector.
You call it a cult, bro.
Like, Jehovah Witnesses?
No, so they're Christians, though.
Yeah, but it's a subsector of Christianity. So it's the same thing as like...
That's what a Mormon... So Mormon, they believe in...
they believe in Jesus.
I'm being serious. I've never heard of them, bro.
So I've never heard of subsector. Like, I took a class on this, like a subsector.
Oh, okay.
So like it just branches, like, you have... like overarching Christianity,
like
you got Baptist, Methodist, Episcopal or whatever it is.
Pentecostal?
No, there's another Episcopal or whatever. And then it's Pentecostal.
I need to tell you,
Pentecostal, okay, and then it just like it's a whole bunch of random like Christian stuff, Catholic. It's like that.
All right, I got you.
It's a whole bunch of random.
Damn, they be trying to put that shit on the players though. I don't know how that. As a player though, so are you all right? So that's another question too with this. Do the players make the coach or does the coach make the players? That's always a big conversation, but what do you think? Especially in the sport.
From what I've heard, some schools in the Big Ten, the players make the coach.
Like a Ryan Day?
Like some coaches are really good recruiters, but like their players are just so good that game plan, whether it's good or not, they're going to make it work.
Yes.
But then you got somebody like Nick Saban who you would see who really like, you see him spaz, you'll see him spazzing, but then he'll go and show love when you do the right thing or like he's one of the players like, bro, you see what happened even when Henry Ruggs made that mistake. What's his name? Saban put out a statement.
The car accident?
Yeah, the car accident, John. Yeah. Like you seen him like, bro, like that's a good coach who would make a player. You feel me?
Yeah.
Keep players out of trouble. You don't really hear about like problems when Saban was there.
That's cap, bro. SEC always has issues.
They do, but like Saban, I feel like Saban.
They're not as bad as like Georgia's. How Georgia's was. They won a chip.
Georgia.
Yeah, they was drawing. I ain't gonna say that because somebody did pass away from it, but.
I wasn't even talking about that one. I'm just talking about general Georgia. Wow.
Yeah. So Kirby Smart had like this thumbprint on it. Like
he's a great coach though. Don't get me wrong.
But as far as controlling it, Alabama's not that bad. But like any SEC.
You in Georgia though. Think about it. You in Georgia though.
Yeah, Alabama, Georgia. Yeah, facts. And then Athens. Is that close to Atlanta?
I don't know how close, but like Georgia as a whole, bro. There's all like from everybody that I've ever met from Georgia, from Virginia. There's always something to do, even in the most random parts.
Yeah, they gotta do something.
That's
probably just being from the South then.
But if you go to bro, I was watching something like LSU. The reason why you don't see really nothing about LSU unless they from that area, the people from Baton Rouge are like, bro, like the college students don't come out here unless they know, like unless they're from out here or like they know the area.
You could get robbed or
because that area, Baton Rouge is not good at all.
Yeah,
but like
I can understand that.
That's why like. If anybody get in trouble down there, they're from the area. They know what's going on.
That is true.
Anybody from not from LSU, you don't ever hear about them really getting in trouble like that.
Yeah, it's like one-offs. And like you said, cause I just remember like it's always like a stigma against the SEC. Oh, SEC, they always have criminals in their division, like on their conference. They just
it's really the ACC.
Yeah,
ACC. I'm telling you firsthand.
Oh well, look, hey, ACC, you got to put a microscope on them niggas. Put your attention on them.
You remember what? Remember when the U was the U? Remember when they used to play Notre Dame every year? Catholics versus the convicts?
That's Miami.
Bro, Miami, I'm not going to hold.
They have the greatest football program of all time. I mean, Alabama has.
I'm a hater. It's like, Alabama, yeah. But that was in recent years, though.
Nah, it was nice in the
60s.
70s. Some Bear Bryant.
Bear Bryant. Yeah. Well, if you're going technicalities, it's like some weird school, like Princeton or something. It's weird, like based Princeton. Off of like one of the, because I'm saying
you going off of advanced stats?
No,
hell no, we ain't doing that.
But it's like no, we ain't doing that. Schools like they first came around.
You doing that as analytics? I know. If we all know, you put Princeton against any of these,
cooked
100-0.
I'm just playing, bro.
Yeah, I hope you was joking. I know my bad.
I was playing, bro. I just see your face, but
I know it's all on the spot.
You could say Miami. You could say like
they line up at every position as far as having Hall of Famers.
If you do like all-time teams,
too, they match talent for talent.
You could do that. You could do Florida State. We should do that
one day.
Yeah, you could do Florida State.
You should do that.
You could do You could do Penn State. You could do Ohio State.
No, you can't, bro. What? This man said Penn State. For all my Ohio State fans, I'm sorry we had to hear this disrespect.
I'm not, bro. I know you don't like Penn State, but I'm just saying, bro. Like,
name their best quarterback of all time.
Hackenberg.
Yeah, you want to do that?
I'm playing.
Hackenberg was tough when he came in. What happened?
Yo, he got to the league. He got to the league. Yeah,
because what happens is that like, and Penn State's a weird team because they're always ranked top 10 to start the season. Every year they start out 5-0.
But then they lose to y'all.
They lose to us and lose to Michigan.
And
that's it right there. So, and the reason why they lose more than likely is because they're quarterback.
Yeah. For sure,
because they have the skill players. Like,
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, skill players are like that. So
that's why I wasn't talking about the quarterbacks.
That's why I said they're quarterback.
All-time teams, like they've had some really good. Like,
who's the
players.
best receiver from Penn State? That's probably been our conversation because I gotta really think of like.
Yeah, we gotta look all that.
Yeah, because I don't know the best receiver from Penn State. I don't know their best tight end.
If we're looking at it, right,
running back is Saquon. Probably.
In recent years, I would say not even just because he's from Delaware, Godwin and A-Rob. Allen Robinson.
Oh yeah, those are two.
Yeah,
and Godwin was tough in college.
And what's his name is pretty good right now. Oh, KJ Hamler right.
There was the slot receiver.
Yeah, and might be KJ. Like if we're talking about recent years of what they've done there, yeah.
Okay, I'll give Godwin and Allen Robinson.
There's more, but I can't. I'm blanking right now.
I'll be fucking with
it's too many because I'm thinking about all these other teams and I'm thinking Texas could be up there like all time.
Oh yeah, Texas for sure.
Texas used to be like that. Yeah. the USC back then.
Yeah, 03, 04.
Especially like late 90s and like early 2000s.
Yeah,
bro,
Pete Carroll era.
Yeah, bro, they was crazy.
Yeah.
Oregon, even though they don't win the big games, they're like, bro, they're players
remember Michael James?
Michael James.
Anthony Thomas, bro. Oh my God.
And they had with LeGarrette Blount with them too,
LeGarrette Blount.
Bro, they had crazy teams. So
I was an Oregon fan at one point because I loved Michael James.
Bro, watching them play and then their jerseys, bro.
Fire.
So they being dripped out and then they like, bro, they put
Sponsored
up like.
by Nike. That's what Nike was taking over everything.
Even, what's it called? Has some good teams. I'm trying to think. What's it called?
Who? Give me the.
I'm thinking Florida State. I said Florida State already.
Yeah, Florida State definitely. Yeah, they up there for sure.
Let me think. Who else? Who else is in Texas? Who else is in Texas?
Yeah. Texas,
Texas Tech. In
Texas,
LSU, you could throw that in there.
Yeah, LSU for sure.
Oklahoma, you can throw them in there. Bro, think of even though some of their players didn't pan out in the league,
it's the defensive side of the ball that would deter me from picking them because they have great offensive. Yeah, offensive wise, they can match up skill position for skill like Hollywood Brown, CD Lamb, Mark Andrews.
Then you had backs is tough. Even though they spent most of their career somewhere else, Jalen Hurts. But you would have to throw him on an all-time team just because he was like that. Even though he was
Oklahoma.
Yeah, even though
he wouldn't make Oklahoma's team.
But no, I'm saying
got Baker, Kyler Murray, and Caleb Williams will be over.
No, I agree.
I don't know. Jalen Hurts was tough though.
No, I agree. He was tough there, but like he would. I feel like he would be on both Bama. Like like some players, like if you play 2K, you got all-time players on multiple.
Bama
teams.
For sure. It would be
Bama for sure.
Him, Tua, and Mac Jones.
Mac was like that in college.
Because they were better than fucking Jake Coker and all them other players from
Simpson and all them.
Yeah, I don't remember.
AJ McCarron was like that though.
He was way better than.
I know,
Mac
but
Jones
like
AJ McCarron.
No, but give me like
for that era, but
think of the AJ McCarron was like that.
Like the teams they had, he was tough. I thought he was gonna be. I thought he'd be better in the league.
Yeah,
but he
doing good in the UFL right now.
He's in the UFL. I thought he was an analyst now.
No, he's doing good in the UFL.
Oh, he must be an analyst for a little bit.
He played for the Battle Hawks, the blue and silver.
Yeah, he always had a good talent. He just, like I say, the NFL is so hard to really get opportunities that's given to you.
Because it's just so much.
Yeah, like you're not really giving. Like if you're a backup, you're not giving any opportunity unless your starter's hurt for the whole year. Like you're not giving.
Especially as a quarterback.
Yeah, you're not giving.
Unless it's a development thing.
And then, even that's gonna cause a rift or a stir up. Like already, because the media, they cook it up quick. They try to create division and everything when it comes to quarterbacks, different quarterbacks starting. Can't do that in the NFL. But damn, we gotta do an episode with that, bro. Of all time college teams. I think we should do I don't think we gotta do every university.
We'll just do the ones we just I think we just pick
by position.
Yeah,
and both 11 on offense, 11 on defense. I mean, I don't know.
Or we could just do an all-time team period.
Yeah, like just random
for offense and defense.
Yeah,
and then we can do kick returner, punt.
I don't know if I'm picking O lineman. I'll definitely pick D lineman though.
But you can though.
I can.
That's the crazy part.
Offensive lineman, you can in college. Yeah,
some of them, bro. Some of them are you look back, it's like, yo, oh my god.
I'm picking a Bama left tackle. That's all I know for sure.
Most likely.
Yeah, Bama left tackle and I don't know about the center. I'm trying to think.
I'm not gonna hold you, yo.
Orlando Brown at right tackle. I don't know.
What's crazy is for an all-time team, you could damn near pick all of Miami.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
that's crazy.
Like that. I was saying because Miami match up everybody's skill position bias. They literally they have Hall of Famers at every spot, and it's I don't know about the quarterback. I can't remember who their quarterback was during this time period, but because his name isn't for some reason it's not really standing out as who the quarterback is. But I know for sure their safeties, linebackers, D linemen, running backs, wide receivers, tight ends, because he had Jeremy Shockey at the tight end.
Bro, now that's crazy.
Just even having him at the tight end is good enough. Michael Irvin, Santana Moss, Clinton Portis, you know what I'm saying, Frank Gore. The U has a list of players that are all-time great. College players and all-time great NFL. Andre Johnson, bro. Andre Johnson might be a third receiver.
Vinny Testaverde is the only.
Vinny Testaverde. I mean, he was solid in the NFL. From what I heard, I didn't know.
Yeah, he was he was he's like Tom Brady, not stats wise. I'm talking about longevity.
Ryan Fitzpatrick type shit.
Yeah,
journeyman. He played. He was good.
Played a very long time.
Yeah.
So that's to Vinny Testaverde. I mean, that's what I see.
Didn't he win a chip? I don't know.
I'm not sure. I gotta look into it.
I don't know if Vinny Testaverde. I heard his name, but I don't really know too much about his actual play
He was
style.
just if he came in, he did what he's supposed to do, like Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Ryan Fitzpatrick, yeah. That's how I say it's a good compliment. You said Tom Brady. I was like,
I'm talking about career, career length.
Tom Brady. Say Tom Brady is niggas take the GOAT. So it's
so how long did Tom Brady play? What
23?
Yeah. So I think Vinny Testaverde played 21, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
21 or
24 or 23.
Yeah. So yeah.
He could have played 25, but he got he ain't gonna get hit no more.
Bro, but he was so smart. He didn't after
that knee injury.
That knee injury, he never really got hit like that though.
Anytime he did, he threw a flag. You can't hit the nigga. Bro, there's a compilation out there on YouTube.
Yeah, no, but rightfully so.
No, I'm talking about. I'm not going to actually touch your head. I'm talking about Chris Jones didn't even smack him that hard, bro. Touched the top of his helmet. They throw a flag. He was like,
granted.
These niggas cheating. Come on, bro. You can't touch Brady.
Hey, granted, that nigga Chris Jones is insane. Yo. It runs in the Jones family.
Yo, yeah. Chris Jones. No, not Chandler Jones. Chris Jones.
Bro, they're all insane. I know what you're talking about. Yes.
Nah,
they're all brothers.
There's no way.
Bro, they are
Chris
all...
Jones later to
Chris Jones, Jon Jones, and Chandler Jones are brothers.
Look it up.
Bro, I'm not capping, bro.
I've never heard Chris Jones.
Chris Jones
There's no way.
Chris Jones is the most
makes sense, though. It makes sense, though. Yeah, he's chilled as shit. That's what I'm thinking about it.
Bro, Jon Jones.
I gotta look this up.
Yes, bro. The Jones brothers, there
I thought there were 3 of them, but I didn't know that was him.
Yes, that's the 3.
Yo, nah, bro.
I've
never seen anything in public with Jon Jones, bro.
Bro, look.
They are not blood relatives.
What?
No, you just start. Yeah, it's right here. I gotta say, it's not Chris Jones. It's definitely another Jones brother out there, though.
I swear it was Chris Jones, bro.
Nah, not that. It's gotta be another. I was about to say, not Chris Jones, because he's 6'8". He's big as...
Bro, so Chandler Jones is dumb big, too. Yeah. Jon Jones is 6'3".
Why Chandler Jones started tripping last year? You seen what he was doing last year?
Bro, look at Jon Jones.
You think it's... Yeah, because didn't Chandler Jones test for synthetic weed before? Was that him? Out New England?
Think so.
Yeah. All right, them niggas just be on some bullshit, bro.
Hold on.
Damn, talented as hell, though.
Oh, it's Arthur.
Arthur Jones. Okay, yeah. Nah, you don't. I knew he had.
Yeah.
2 bells in the NFL.
NFL, yeah.
I forgot the other person's name.
I swore it was Chris Jones. I'm tripping, bro. My fault. But like, I think insanity runs in their family.
Yeah, the Jones family. I mean, you gotta be crazy to make it. That's what they say.
No, you gotta be crazy to run down on 3 armed robbers.
You do, bro.
Barehanded. That is crazy.
Oh, they got hands. Where they gotta be from Texas or some shit.
They got guns.
They said they got guns.
They got guns, bro.
Hey.
How you walk down 3
Some people pray for that moment somebody walk in their crib.
Bro, with your hands though.
Yes.
And it wasn't like it was like some pistols. They
had ARs and shit.
And bro, how crazy you gotta be to run down on somebody who got ARs on 3 people. You gotta be insane.
Yeah, that is crazy, bro.
And Jon Jones said he was scared of his brothers. So just imagine what they used to do to him.
That's what I'm saying. Cause I mean, he wasn't a heavyweight artist. He was like a middleweight in the UFC.
He like moved around.
Yeah, he's bigger, way bigger now. He's like almost on fat, but he's a heavyweight now.
He's definitely heavyweight now.
I would just, you gotta imagine like your brothers, if they're like even the same, if they're an inch or 2 shorter, but like the same measurables and just bigger because of football. I'm pretty sure, they would probably scare him a little bit. Like, all right, like I know not to mess with bro, because if I got hands, he got hands. Like it's more than likely I got hands because of him having hands.
Bro, I know what Chandler Jones got hands because if you play D-line, you have to have hands.
And he got long arms like his brother, so I already know.
You gotta be quick with your hands and powerful at the
Chandler
same
Jones
time.
at one point in time I don't want to say he was the best edge rusher, but he was up there like top 5.
Yeah, he was definitely up there.
Yeah, about like a couple years ago, he was like, before he went to the Raiders, which is what we all see, like you go to the Raiders,
you're going to get arrested.
Yeah, for real, you get arrested, especially being in Vegas. Like, luckily, honestly, they haven't had that many issues out there,
bro.
Besides Henry Ruggs,
you went from bad to
other
worse.
Corner. You heard the one corner who was on there? He was flashing.
Yes,
he was flashing guns on IG or some
bro,
shit. Like,
yes,
bro,
yes.
like,
we seen that. Like I seen it when it happened. I'm like, bro, tripping because he was really good.
He was
too.
tough.
Bro,
man.
Listen,
nigga lost his whole.
You went from bad to worse. You went from street Oakland, being in the Bay, to Sin City.
All right. And it's literally
it's like,
anything you can do out there. You been to Vegas before, bro?
Huh?
You been to Vegas before?
No.
You go to Vegas, bro.
From what I know, the people who've been out Vegas, bro.
Yes.
You took them out the hood. So like, all right, we don't got to worry about the hood problem. Now everybody's drinking, gambling, and hooking up with prostitutes.
All right, bro. That joint, it's open literally 24/7.
Yes, that's not good. You went from bad to worse.
Like you going like their hotels are literally like the hotels, the mall.
Yeah, no, I seen like because you remember Trey. Yeah, around the corner. He went to UNLV.
Right.
He said it's on the strip.
That's tough.
Yes,
on the strip. Yeah.
He told me he's like, bro.
She was like, you should always come. I'm like, I can't go to school out there. I would never graduate. You know what I mean?
I would be fine because I don't really go out like that. It'd be like,
bro. I'm talking about my younger days for sure. Now, like, it's different.
I'm saying, period. Like,
this nigga be capping.
I'm not. You can ask Frank, bro.
Nah, I'll mess with you back.
Like, like you asked. I just didn't like. Going out wasn't my thing, especially as like if I didn't drink, bro, I'm not going out because even if I did drink and I'm like, y'all doing too much, I'm leaving. I'm going home and drinking some more.
Nah. The going out, I mean, I tell people like enjoy your time in college, but don't get lost in like those 4 years. Like that shit is a small piece to the whole picture out there. You feel me? Like so, but damn, bro, so some people be crashing out.